Live or evergreen webinars. Today we're going to explore your options and I'm going to share some tips with you on how to know when it's time to evergreen that live webinar. We've all seen that ad on Facebook about that guy who basically lounges on the beach all day long and then just watch the dollar bill strolling in because he's got the one and only magic evergreen funnel, which means he can just do nothing all day and watch as the passive income strolls into his bank account. Yeah, we've all seen him. What that guy actually does is as mysterious as what Chandler from Friends' job was. I often talk to online marketers who tells me that they just want to evergreen their webinar because A, running live webinars is exhausting, or B, they've seen that guy who is making $1 bazillion from an evergreen funnel and they just want to do that. Evergreen webinars certainly is a very handy way to add an additional income stream into your business. And yes, it will free up your time. Exactly 2 hours that you're spending delivering the webinar live. But trust me, there is nothing passive about creating a passive evergreen webinar funnel. I mean, seriously, the only way to make $1 bazillion without doing anything is to marry a bazillionaire. And I'm pretty sure there's nothing passive about that either. Okay, so let's talk about when to run your webinar live and when to run it evergreen. Start by running your webinar live to your warm audiences. So people who are already in your community, who already know you. Maybe you have a few people on an email list, or perhaps you have a Facebook group, or perhaps you already have a handful of likes on your page. Start by running your webinar live to these people. They are your peeps. They're going to tell you whether they want to buy what you have or not. And when they start buying from your webinar, then at least you've proven your marketing message and you know that there's a match with your message and your market and your webinar is starting to convert. Then the next step is to try to find some affiliates that you can run your webinar to live. Now, affiliates can be anyone else with a similar size email list as yours, similar size Facebook group, maybe in a similar sort of industry, but not an exact competitor, of course. Just offer them to run your webinar to their audience. Their audience will learn something because you're leading with value, right? And then give them a percentage of the sales. This is another great way to test your message before you go out into the freezing cold of running Facebook ads to that webinar. So test it on someone else's audience to see if a cold audience would also convert. And run the webinar live because you want to be there to hear the questions they're asking. You want to be sure that you get the feedback you need so that you can tweak it and change it until it converts like crazy. Once you're seeing consistent results in the number of people who register for your webinar and the number of sales you're getting out of there, then it's time to evergreen that puppy. So maybe you've given up on an evergreen webinar funnel before because you didn't see the results you wanted to see. Well, now you know why. And now you can go back and correct that by running that webinar live first to your warm audience and then to cold audiences. And then, and only then, can you sit back, relax, and start counting dollar bills. Not. I want to hear from you. I want to know in the comments, what is your biggest struggle when it comes to running webinars, live or evergreen? I want to know, what are you getting stuck with your webinars? Tell me so I can help you and we can talk about it and get the conversation going. Thanks for watching. Bye.